Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and today we have a really fun video because I challenged some of your favorite YouTubers, some of my friends, some channels that you know really well, to give me a couple of blind buys for me to watch, and I went out and bought those movies, and we are going to review and rank them all right here. So pop that tape in, I got you, let's go do this. All right, so this is a really fun one. I am sure you guys probably know all of these YouTubers. They're some of my favorite ones to watch. I'll definitely do this again if you enjoyed it because I enjoyed it. And I'm going to say up front right now that I liked every one of these movies. I genuinely like these movies. So these guys, of course, it's easier sometimes to recommend stuff when you watch me, you talk to me, stuff like that. You get an idea of the kind of things that I like. And I really enjoyed all these movies. And it was kind of hard to rank them because they are just vastly different in genre and tone. But it's such a fun challenge. I absolutely loved it. Of course, I'm going to tell you who all recommended these movies to me, and make sure you check out them and subscribe to their channel. But I have 7 movies in all. And we're going to start at the bottom with number 7. And this is one that I thought was going to be higher until the last few minutes of the movie. And I am talking about Pretty Persuasion from 2005. This one was actually recommended to me by my boy Brian over at The Last Movie Standing. He had been telling me about this movie for months and finally got it. Now, in true confession here, he actually sent me this one. I couldn't find it. So he picked up a used DVD copy and sent it to me. So this one I didn't blind buy. He bought for me. But I really had fun with this movie because I'm such a big James Woods fan. And it was so high. I mean, this was a Sundance film. So if you don't know, it's from 2005. And it stars James Woods, Evan Rachel Wood. You got Ron Livingston in here, who I love. I loved him in Band of Brothers. I love him in so much stuff. If you haven't seen him in that clip where he talks about the vocal fry, I love that. But it's about an underage high school girl who accuses her drama teacher of sexual harassment. And it throws the whole community into an uproar. And of course, you know, she is up to no good. James Woods is just awesome in this as a wealthy, kind of cantankerous father who knows that his daughter's kind of full of shit. But it's politically incorrect in all the right ways. I had a really good time with this. And then the last 10 minutes of this movie hits you like an anvil and it shifts tones. To me, it gets so heavy. It's like dropping an anchor. And because of that, it like when I'm splitting hairs on these movies, I moved it down a little bit, but one that I'll definitely watch again. I just might have to stop it before those last few minutes that just killed it down there for me, just knocked it down a little bit. But Pretty Persuasion, Brian, The Last Movie Standing, comes in at number 7. Now at number 6 is a recommendation from my man Jordan over at the Movie Den. Jordan's been a part of this channel since before he got to his own channel. He's right there close to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you go and subscribe to Jordan at the Movie Den, Brian at The Last Movie Standing, everybody that I talk about on here. But he recommended, he couldn't come up with 2. He was kind of thinking about it, so he just gave me 1. A couple of other people gave me 2. He gave me 1. And this is a blast. This is one that I was gonna buy anyway, so I was like, cool, I was gonna get that one. It's 1989's Intruder. Now, like I said, this one's actually from Synapse. They have this great Blu-ray combo. Their Blu-ray looks good. It's got the director's cut. It's got a ton of extra features on it. This actually has Sam Raimi in it. It has Bruce Campbell in it, and it's about the overnight stock crew of, like, I think it's the Walnut Hills or Walnut Lake supermarket. And they're kind of goofing around. They're doing their overnight stuff. And then they get stalked and one by one killed by a crazed maniac killer. I'm not going to give everything away. It's definitely over the top. It's got some tongue-in-cheek moments. It's got some great, fun, practical effects. This is everything that I love in like good old 80s horror from 1989. It's just hard to like measure against the different tone. Like it is hard to rank these type of movies with the other types of movies in this list. But again, this is one that I love having. It was a great recommendation by Jordan. It was one I was going to get anyway, so he was spot on. I recommend if you like Sam Raimi, if you like Evil Dead and all that kind of stuff, you like Bruce Campbell, pick up The Intruder. It comes in at number 6. Now, at number 5 on the list is one from my buddy Jason over at Movie Mass, at Pop Culture Mass. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. Fellow Georgia Bulldog, living way up there in Maine now, freezing his ass off. He is a Criterion stan, self-proclaimed. So, of course, he's going to recommend me a Criterion film. Totally blind. I didn't know anything about this movie. This is 1967's Les Samurai. This is a Jean-Pierre Melville film, and it stars Alain Delon. I hope I said that right. And his wife are both in this movie. And this is a cool-looking 4K. He is a professional hitman, and he gets witnessed, completing his task and doing what he's supposed to do. There are witnesses, and as he tries to get himself out of the situation where he was witnessed, bumping somebody off, it just kind of spirals in deeper and deeper. And I have heard that this movie turns up the cool factor to 11. It's just all that kind of stuff. And I do think it's a cool film. And I think it has some really interesting camera movements and cinematography in it and all that kind of stuff. And I think the performances are good. The story is a bit weak for me. There's an attempt to tie it to samurai culture, and that is tenuous to me at best in the movie. There's like a Bushido quote or something like that at the beginning. But the whole thing about tying it to, like, I don't get the samurai culture or way of life translating to this guy necessarily in this movie. What I actually got more was it felt like a French director and writer was trying to do the old school, hard-boiled, like 1940s and 50s Hollywood American like crime dramas, like neo noir type things. Like it felt like they were trying. He was going after that style. Like the guy who plays the detective in it, it looked like he was doing his best to emulate like Hollywood detective movies. And so that was the vibe that I got for it, more than anything to do with like samurai tie in to this hitman and his way of life and everything. More of a Spartan way of life is the way he lived, more than a samurai. I would have put him more as like a Spartan type thing, like just the basics, the minimum, minimalistic, all that kind of stuff. Because he doesn't seem very spiritual necessarily or anything like that, but a very cool movie, a like just razor sharp performance by him though, by Alain Delon. And there is some cool, like one of my favorite shots is the beginning. He pulls up next to another woman at the red light and it's raining and stuff. Simple, but cool as hell. I enjoyed it. I'm glad to have it. Definitely one that I will revisit. Here is Les Samurai, recommended by my man Jason over at Pop Culture Mass. It comes in at number 5. Now, at number 4 on my list is one that was recommended by my boy Daniel over at the Cobwebs channel. And this is one I had actually never even heard of. I thought he was talking about a different movie when he first said it. But I'm glad it wasn't, because this thing was fun. This is totally like 90s action with like, really felt like I was watching a more of an 80s movie, action movie, B-action movie in some ways. I'm talking about 1997's Drive. So, of course, when he first said Drive, I was thinking something else. And then I found out that there's this cool 4K from 88 Films that looks great. So I went and picked it up. That artwork pops there. And this is, you might see it's Mark Dacascos and Kadeem Hardison and Brittany Murphy. The late Brittany Murphy was in this from 1997. And Dacascos plays like a, I want to say like a prototype, like human in some ways. He's got some power inside of him. Let's just say that. I don't want to spoil it. And this is like equal parts like buddy comedy, 80s action movie with a little bit of it feels 80s martial arts action movie to me, because it's got like a lot of martial arts in it. It's a road action movie. It's got a little bit of Fast and the Furious feeling thrown in, even though it predates that. And he's trying to get to LA. Kadeem Hardison is offered some money if he helps him get there. And they are being pursued by like Chinese hired, assailants that are coming after them. There's jokes, there's fun, there's laughs, there's nonstop action, there's road movie to this, tons of martial arts, all that kind of stuff. Cool ass car in here. I mean, what else do you really, really want? I think it said back here, like a sort of mashup between RoboCop, Iron Man, and Lethal Weapon with added kung fu. That's kind of accurate. Yeah, I would kind of go with that. Although I do get some like 80s like Shokasuke, maybe some Van Damme movie type vibes to some of the action and that kind of stuff. I enjoyed it. It was a fun, great blind buy purchase. I think you can get this for like under $30 with the slip still, 4K. It has a poster in here with it and the disc. It's got reversible art in here. I mean, just a hell of a recommendation and a blind buy. This one's fun. This one's definitely one that I'll watch again and probably will pop up on a list for me eventually here. So Drive, recommended by Daniel at the Cobwebs channel. High recommend. It comes in at number 4. Now, at number 3 on this list is a classic, and like this is where it's like it's so hard to compare these different movies. This is from 1963. This is another one from my man Jason over at Pop Culture Movie Mass. He'll give you a sermon on this one. I promise you, 1963's Charade. Now, this stars Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn, and I could just stop right there. But you know what? I didn't really look it up before I started watching this movie. And I actually got this brand new unopened Blu-ray on eBay for like $14, $15 shipped. So I was very happy with that. But I didn't look it up. I started to watch this. This is a very, to me, this goes in that cozy mystery category. I did a whole video on quote cozy mysteries. I love those. This goes into that cozy mystery, little bit of thriller. It's got some comedy, some rom-com, like she puts her finger in his chin dimple and like, how do you shave there kind of thing. It's got some rom-com in there. But Hepburn plays a woman who's being like pursued by a bunch of men because they want to get their hands on like the fortune that her murdered husband stole or whatever. I don't want to give too much away because it's definitely a cool, like suave mystery to this. But I would have swore if you just blind watched, you could swear that Hitchcock directed this thing. I can't even remember who directed it. Forgive me. Stanley Donen. It felt like watching Hitchcock in a lot of ways to me. A bit more maybe comedy and the rom-com vibes that Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant bring to this together. But a lot of fun. 1963 is a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. It's about 2 hours long, so this mystery sprawls out there. But cozy mystery, comedic thriller with some rom-com, however you want to say it. Charade is one that if you like Criterion, if you like older movies, if you like cozy mysteries, you got to add this one to your collection. A great blind buy recommendation by Jason over at Pop Culture Mass. His second and last recommendation comes in at number 3. All right, now number 2 and number 1, I went back and forth, because these are two of the favorite things I've watched in a while that I hadn't seen before. And this number 2, I finally settled on putting at number 2 because I think you have to be more in a certain mood to watch it. And there's part of me that felt like I had seen it before, or at least parts of it before when I watched it. But man, this is splitting hairs between 1 and 2. But number 2 is the second recommendation by my boy Daniel over at the Cobwebs channel. This is a must-own for anyone out there. I'm talking about 1977's Rolling Thunder. Holy shit. This movie is so good. It stars William Devane, Tommy Lee Jones. Man, a simple premise. This 4K looks really good too from Shout. So I picked that up. I didn't get the slip with it. I don't know if it ever had one or not, but this is from the author of Taxi Driver. I didn't even really pay attention to that, but it's got Dolby Vision. It's got all the bells and whistles, but forget about all that. The movie is that good. So William Devane and Tommy Lee Jones come back from being prisoners of war in Vietnam for like 7 years, I believe it's what it was. And they were beaten and tortured and all of that stuff every day. And to even retain some of what they were is amazing, right? And they come back and they've got this cheering fanfare. Well, William Devane has a family. His son was like 18 months old, a year and a half old when he left. And so now he's, like 9.5, 10 years old or whatever it is. And his wife, he's been gone for like 8 years total because he was there a while and then he got taken capture. His wife has been with another man. Like, he's basically lost this whole life that he had. And the hits just keep on coming to this guy. Just one right after the other. And he just takes it. He takes it and responds like he's been through so much. There's nothing else that can be done to him. Right. And he plays it. William Devane plays it so damn good. Why he didn't get more lead roles after this, he's been in a lot of movies, but why he didn't get more lead roles after this, I don't know. He pairs back up again with Tommy Lee Jones in Space Cowboys, which I also enjoy. Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, all in that movie. He pairs up back with him in there, but man, he doesn't play it as some big action hero. He's just a badass who has seen it all, done it all, and nothing else can happen to him. Right. But you feel bad because he just keeps taking it and taking it and taking it. And one of the things he's given when he gets back is one of the hometown stores. They did a promotion where they gave him a silver dollar for every day he was been gone. So it was like $3,000 something worth of silver, almost. And back then that would have been a whole lot more money, especially in silver weight. So this is on TV. It causes some bad guys to come to his house, try to rob him. He's not having it. And his wife and son come in and the bad guys kill him. And they shove his hand. They take his arm, basically. I'm not going to spoil it all. And all he has left is the vengeance. And holy hell. And you have Tommy Lee Jones over here who's with his family. And they're men apart now. There's a haunting line in this movie when William Devane is with a woman who travels with him, and she says, she turns on music. They're in the back of the seat. They're gonna sleep overnight in the car, and they're listening to the music. And he's like, "I used to like that song back when I was alive." Like in his mind, in him and Tommy Lee Jones's mind, they're dead. They've been dead. Who they were is dead. What they are is dead. They're dead. They are walking shells of what they were. And that line is so powerful and delivered so well. I mean, holy crap, y'all. This movie is fantastic. You can watch it on Tubi. It is crap. The quality is crap. It looks like someone literally smeared crap over the TV. This 4K, on the other hand, must own. Must own. This movie's incredible. He goes and tells Tommy Lee Jones, "I know where they are. I'll go get my gear." And that's it, man. They're there. They're there. And I can't recommend this movie enough. I friggin' love it. I'll watch this 100 times before I die. This movie is awesome. Rolling Thunder from 1977, an incredible blind buy recommendation by Daniel over at the Cobwebs channel. Comes in really at 1A for me because it's so different than the other movie. It's just hard, but a high recommend. And the final one on this list, number one, I think I'm just the perfect age for this movie. And with everything that's been going on lately and just stress getting to me and all that kind of stuff that can get you in life, especially when you start to get a bit older and everything else, like yours truly. This movie was recommended by my boy Brian over at The Last Movie Standing. And I think he summed it up best when he said, it's a middle-age coming-of-age film. And it's absolutely fantastic. That's the best way to say it. One of the favorite things, this and Rolling Thunder, some of the favorite things I've seen in a long time. All these movies have been great. It's just, I'm so psyched. This has worked out so well. But number one on this list is 2007's Meet Bill. Now, the only way I could find Meet Bill was on eBay on DVD. I got it for $3, and then when it got here, it didn't even have a case. I didn't even know it, but it played, and I could watch it, and that's the main thing. This is an incredible movie. It's from 2007. It stars Aaron Eckhart in the lead. He's Bill. You've got Jessica Alba in here. You got Elizabeth Banks in here. You've got Logan Lerman in here. Timothy Olyphant, who I love in anything he does. I love Timothy Olyphant. That's exactly what this is. It's a middle-aged coming of age. This guy is in his late 40s, just about 5 years older, or maybe he's 50-ish, just a little bit older than I am. And he's unhappy with his life. He's married to a woman. He works for her dad at the bank. They've got money and all this, but it comes from her dad. Their relationship is cold. She's out there cheating on him. All he wants to do is pursue his dreams, do the things that make him happy. He wants to own his own business. He doesn't care if he's rich. He just wants to do things that make him happy. He wants to open a donut shop. And really, he doesn't even care that it's a donut shop. He just wants to do something else, right? He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life wasting away at this desk just to get this paycheck for a wife that doesn't really care and her dad who doesn't really care. So, he finds out about his wife cheating on him. They split up. He gets kicked out. He has nothing. Ain't that the way? Like, she's doing it and he gets kicked out. I don't know what that's about. But he begrudgingly, at the same time, decides to mentor this kid, this high school senior, Logan Lerman. And he's teaching him business and all this stuff, but he's so disillusioned. And then Logan Lerman, drags Jessica Alba, who works at this store, into it. And of course, Bill, he's trying to give up eating candy and eating too much junk food and getting himself back into shape and taking better care of himself. He's going through a midlife crisis, and all these external factors are just pounding on him, and he's at his breaking point. And it's full of heart. It's full of comedy. It's got a little bit of romance to it. It's got some raunchy comedy elements to it. It is an absolutely incredible movie, and you're going to see a lot of other people in here that you recognize from other stuff. It's so real. It's so real, but so damn entertaining. Y'all, I cannot recommend Meet Bill enough. It is good. I mean, I really don't know what to say. It's one of my favorite things I've watched in a long time. And the reason that I popped it up above Rolling Thunder is heavy. Now, it's heavy. It's got action in it and stuff, but it's heavy. You got to be in the right mood to watch Rolling Thunder. This can actually be a comfort film. This has become a comfort film to me already. I wish there was a better version of it. I'm going to try to hunt a better version of it. If you haven't seen Meet Bill, I highly recommend it. And I'll be forever grateful that it was pointed out for me to watch, because at this time in my life, with everything I'm going through, I could not have been more perfect for me. And I absolutely love this movie 100%. It deserves more recognition, because to tell you the truth, being a movie guy and everything else, I had never even heard of it. And that is pretty bad. So I highly recommend Meet Bill. That was by Brian at The Last Movie Standing. A great recommendation. And y'all, this was an absolute blast of a thing. I'm probably going to get these guys to do it again. I'm going to tell me who else I should ask. I'm going to ask these guys to give me another movie Tell me a couple of other guys that you would like to see me ask, because I think this is fun. I like finding new movies. I like what other people might suggest for me to watch. So definitely let me know who else I should go and ask to give me a blind buy recommendation, because I had a blast with this, and these are all 7 keepers that I would not hesitate recommending to you. So excellent job out there. Daniel, love it. Brian, Jason, Jordan, love you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to think about it and give me a list to blind buy. Absolutely love these movies and love this challenge. So much fun. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different. If you have, I'll do it again. Maybe get some other people to give me some recommendations and have a blast with it. And that's what I got for you this time. You know, we do everything here. Cool, different videos like this. We do physical media news, 4K reviews, big lists and recommendations. I love doing those. I've got so many lists I could never even get to them all if I started right now. I love doing those. We do it all because I am a fan and a filmmaker, and I love talking movies. And I hope you all enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. If you want to help support what we're doing here on this channel and help me make it grow, you can join at my Patreon link below or right here on YouTube. Get your name in lights for a couple dollars a month. Everything goes back into the channel. I would steer you towards the Patreon link because they take less and I can do much more over there. You don't have to worry about censorship, which you guys know I'm not a fan of if you follow me. And everything goes back into the channel. You get those special videos and all that, and I really do appreciate it. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
I know.